Okay, first of all, I think I have to start at the very beginning. This is me as a baby. That is my baby picture. And what's funny is I don't even remember them taking that picture, which is weird because, I mean, there's the camera. Obviously, my eyes are open. Why in the world I don't remember that, I have no idea. But apparently that's me when I was just like a few minutes old. So adorable in the same way every baby's adorable. So there's timeline picture number one. Number two, this jumps forward quite a few years. This is in Colorado Springs, Colorado. This was at a station called 96 Rock. What's funny is 96 Rock font uses the same font that KDWB uses today in our call letters on our logo, which shows me that we really need to desperately update our logo because this picture was taken in 1983, 2 or 3. And that's me when I was skinny, and that's Sandra Mann, local news anchor, and she was doing my show with me that night. Okay, picture number 3. This is me standing next to a bunch of food and a very bored-looking girl named Bryn, who I never did knock the bottom out of that, but not for lack of trying. And that was my first morning radio show when I was 21. At KLUC in Las Vegas. You notice they've updated their logo, and we still have not. Okay, picture number 4. This is shortly after I met Susan, and she had flown down to Florida. And Susan was kind of a big deal in my life. She's the mother of 2 of my children and currently my wife. And this was right after I met her. I sent her flowers down to Florida, and this is her looking all happy as she carries the flowers back home on the airplane. And when she got home, things went right to hell. No, I'm kidding. Things are wonderful. Next picture. This kind of represents just kind of the fact that I love being a dad in my timeline. I am a dad 4 times, and this is probably one of my favorite pictures of me with one of my kids. That's Beth when she was 9 years old, and it just kind of represents how happy we were with each other and how happy we are to have each other in our lives. And it's wonderful being a dad, and I think of all the pictures I have with my kids, that just kind of says it all. So there's another picture of the timeline. Next one, this is a big deal because we met Mariah Carey. And I think whenever you meet Mariah Carey, that's got to be in anybody's timeline. Yes? Next one, I think we're up to number 6. That is me about 15, 16 years ago on my first solo flight ever at Flying Cloud Airport getting my pilot's license. And you train and train and train, and then the trainer, the instructor, gets out of the airplane and says, okay, you're on your own. So I took it up for 3 takeoffs and 3 landings all by myself, and that was a big, huge moment for me, and I was very, very happy with that. This is me with Beth and Allison and my mom and dad. And I will say on my timeline, this is sad, but losing your mom and dad, they both passed away within the last 10 years. Losing your mom and dad is a monumental change in your life because now you become the older generation. And it's kind of like somebody described it as the promotion that no one wanted. But I love my mom and dad very much and miss them every day and definitely deserves a spot on my timeline. That, by the way, is in Wyoming somewhere. This definitely deserves a spot on the timeline. This is when we were new on KWB. And you can see the KWB logo looks very similar to the 96 Rock logo, same exact font all these years later. Well, this is in 1993, and that's Lee Valsvik, and it even says new. That was when I first got the job here on KWB in 1993. Next one, I don't have the greatest education. I went to community college, which, hey, ain't bad, but I've always been a little bit not embarrassed, but like annoyed with my lack of formal education. So I took the Mensa IQ test and was able to make it into Mensa. So I'm very, very proud of that because I always was annoyed with the fact that people said, well, why should I listen to you talk about politics, or why should I listen to you talk about social issues? You don't have an education. No, I don't have the best education, but I do have the Mensa ring, which makes up for my insecurities for having not a big formal education. Next one, there is me last fall when I won the Marconi Award, which is radio's highest award. Very monumental event in my life. And when I won the award, I was so excited, I stood up and I hugged the guy that's in the background of the picture and ignored my wife because I was so excited and surprised that I won. And then there's my motorcycle that I got last summer. I think that's 10 And then there's some with the kids and some other ones that didn't quite make it on here. There's my flight with the Thunderbirds. There's John Elway's last game at Mile High Stadium. And there's me with Allison. Oh, my God. And we're back to the beginning. So there it is. There's my timeline. Thanks for watching.